everyone. Karen Byer, Community Liaison of the Vidoe Community Foundation, here for the next installment of Foundation Impact. Today's guest is Brian Jurgensen from Salvation Army. Welcome, Brian.
Hi, Karen.
It's good, beautiful sunny day today.
It is. Feels very nice out here.
It does. So we're sitting down to talk today about the Homeless Prevention Utility Assistance Program that you have throughout Salvation Army.
Right. So just to start off, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be able to talk about it. I also want to thank the Community Foundation and the funding that we get every year to help people in Otsego County that are struggling. Specifically, what we use the money for is what we typically call gap funding. Every year we receive funding to help with utility rent assistance, but unfortunately sometimes people don't qualify for that kind of money. We have a lot of other programs that we can use, and the money that we get through the Community Foundation helps us fill those gaps with somebody that might be just a little bit over income.
Keep going.
Maybe a little bit over income, or that they maybe are facing an emergency right away and they can't spend the time to spend 2 or 3 days to wait for a response back from the Department of Health and Human Services. So this funding really comes in important, and then I'm sure we'll get into it. We're under unique circumstances this year with the COVID-19 situation, and again, Community Foundation has come on to help us meet that need as well.
Well, we try. You have a wonderful program there, and so I think we touched on a little bit how it benefits our community with the gap.
Right. Yes.
It's just, I could just see some of those struggling families who are like, gosh, my bill is $80 and I only have $60. Can I come to you for the $20?
Exactly. And there was a case this year actually where a mom was working, COVID hit, she was out of a job. She wasn't facing a shutoff, but she was getting some past due balances of both her electric and her natural gas bill, and she reached out to us. And again, she wouldn't qualify at that time because DHS hadn't adjusted their qualifications, so she would be over income. So she reached out to us because we had this additional funding. We were able to step in and help her with $200 or $300 to bring her both her natural gas and her electric bill up to date.
That's great. She got to stay at her home and her family gets
Oh,
to stay warm.
Yes, and that's what it's all about. You know, our housing and utility assistance program is helping those people stay in their homes, staying warm. You know, our focus is on families, and I know the Community Foundation is like that too. And we're very appreciative for the givers, the people that donate to the various funds that we have, because then we can turn around and reinvest that money into people, help them stay in their homes, help them feel secure. Because as you and I both know, Karen, we're pretty blessed, but there's a lot of people out there that are waking up every day in survival mode. What are they going to do today? Are they going to buy groceries? Are they going to pay rent? Are they going to pay their phone bill? The Salvation Army and Community Foundation coming together to help make that happen.
Yes, it's good. So was there any challenges this year? I'm sure there were some huge challenges this year.
Well, it is, and surprisingly, some of the challenges have been something that we wouldn't really expect, and that is that we have ample funding now because of the grants that we've received and other grants from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. So we have a good funding source now, but the requests for assistance really haven't been there a lot. We've been using the money, but we were expecting, and I'm sure the Community Foundation was expecting with COVID coming in, that we would have a lot of requests and that we'd be inundated. Now that still might happen.
Yeah.
I think part of that might be because the federal government, state government has been stepping up and filling some of the gaps. Also, the utility companies have been stepping up and giving people breaks. And but we'll see.
Do you foresee once? So now the $600 at this point extra from the federal government is not there. Utilities are going to start saying, "Okay, now I need to pay."
Yep.
Do you think now or soon is going to be when you have more knocks on the door?
Yes, and we're experiencing a small uptick now, and I would expect as the weather starts getting colder, as it does in northern Michigan, that we would experience more requests for funding as well. But that is something that no one really expected, and no one ever been unique times, but again, we are here to help those that are down front, that are in need, and I know that Community Foundation is there to help us help those that need the help.
Yeah, we try. So you really do work with the vulnerable, the most vulnerable in our community. So you told us about the one woman. Is there any other Raise Me Up stories that you have?
Well, and this is, some of these have been over the last several months. This story might have gone into bed last year, where we have husband and wife, they're laid off from work. Wife or the husband is disabled, they have 4 children at home, running behind on rent, they're trying to make ends meet. We don't see them usually. They're not on our client list per se, but they give us a call and they're very uncomfortable even calling. We don't usually do this. This is very hard for us. But we're able there to help them again, and because they don't fit into the normal programs, they wouldn't qualify for like Department of Health and Human Services or EMSCA assistance, we're able to help because we have that special funding. So that is good. Keeping the family again in their homes, keeping them warm. Does the heart good.
Yeah, it does. I mean, all these stories that you've shared, during nonprofit exchange or human service meetings, we are making a big impact in this community. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Well, no, except just again to thank the Community Foundation and all of our partners. I mean, the Salvation Army, we are here in the community. We don't operate in a silo. We're connected with the Department of Health and Human Services, EMSCA, the Community Foundation, United Way, all those organizations, the Refuge, again, I have to remember the Refuge too.
Refuge is great.
We're all working together and helping to meet the need in our community, and it's really a great partnership that we really appreciate.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, Brian.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
I just want to tell everybody that this year in 2020, this project's been funded by the Jeff and Lynn Smetzer Fund, the Treetops Charity Fund, the Community Fund, and the COVID-19 Response Fund. Thank you to our donors, and thank you for everybody that tuned in today's Foundation Impact, and have a great day.